Hi guys, so there's the pattern all traced out on the middle, so now I just gotta chop it all out. Okay. Ain't pretty, but it's a panel. Well, my nephew was over last night and he videoed me freaking chopping that out. There she is. I just can't figure out. I saved videos. He used Facebook Messenger and sent them to me, but I saved them, but I can't find them. It'd been cool to add that, but there's the next batch. So I'll use the line I drew to start fitting this in, but as you can see, it needs to be bent both ways. Sorry, I'm shaking. It's hard to do this with one hand. So, it's raining out, so hopefully you guys can hear me. And I'll start running that through the bender or the roller and see if I can get that curved up. I don't chop anything out until I get that fitted right, because then I can lay it on there, and as long as all sides are flat against the body, I know it's pretty damn close to being where it's supposed to be. And then my first cut will be that line, because I have to clean the metal up to be able to weld, and I'll lose that line. So that'll be the first cut. Before I even stick this on, I'll cut that. And then the cut will be my reference. And then I'll start cutting and fitting. Started cleaning up the welds. It's looking a little better. It still needs work. It still needs some welding done and a little more grinding. Try and get that line nice and straight. I find that if I don't stop and start grinding it, then I start stacking welds, and the next thing you know, you got little bitty mountains of weld. Where if I keep it ground down, it's a lot easier, because you got a base to grind your next set of welds off. So I gotta start grinding before I let it get to a goobered mess. I find it's easier to get it cleaned up. Anyways, I'll get set up to start bending this thing. Okay guys, I hope you can hear me okay. It's kind of a miserable day, it's just raining. But at least it isn't freezing cold, and it's not snow. So, I got the next panel. So, I need curve going this way and this way. And I don't have an English wheel. So I played around with the other panels and I figured out that if you bend this the long way, more than it needs, then try and flatten it out and go through the roller the other way, the metal has some memory in it. So then you end up with it bows both directions, and then it's just a trick of setting it on the side and tweaking it and running it through the roller until it fits the body nice and flat. So I'll give her a shot here. It worked on the other side, so I'm hoping this side works the same. Anyway, so it's got to get a curve this way. So let's see if I can do it again. Try and tweak this up to where I'll grab good. Okay. I think I want a little more curve than that if well, maybe I'll run it through a time or two. Okay, got a pretty damn good curve going there. Now the trick is, it's gotta be both this way. So I'll see how close I'm getting. And that's something to work with. It's curving that way. Kind of hard to show on the camera. Curving that way and that way. And that's how I got that other panels to fit. Now I just keep testing, fitting it, and running it through the roller, and then I start tweaking it by hand. So sometimes you gotta twist it a little bit, or it's still got the memory of the other curve, so you can bend it a little bit. It don't take much once you get the metal curving like that. So yeah, it's curved both directions. Now it's just manipulating it till it fits the side of the bug. That's why I don't cut any metal out of the side till I get the patch panel fixed, or fitting, because then I can keep tweaking it until it lays flat on the car and all four sides are flat against the car, and my angles, as long as they're nice and sloped and not kinked at all, I know it's sitting pretty damn close to where it's supposed to. So I'll keep messing with this until I get it to sit flat, and I'll be back. Okay guys, it's getting closer. I still got my mark there. I got a little more tweaking to do, but it's getting closer. Then one of these directions, got a little kink in there from the roller. It goes back a little bit. You can kind of see in the light, little kink. So then I take the hammer and dolly and just tap that down a little bit. It seems to take care of that. And just keep fitting it until it's flat. Well, I've been tweaking and bending. Didn't really run it through the roller anymore. I pretty much had the shape I needed. But I mean, that's not too bad. I had to figure out some way to put that arch in the center of it, and that seems to work for me. Otherwise, I mean, you could cut a flat piece of metal and you can get it to bend along where you're welding it, all your points, but you're gonna have a flat spot in the middle of it. So I had to figure out a way to get the arch. I figured it out when I did that first piece. That's a sheet of 22 gauge. I was doing a practice run, but it's the same thing. It's got a curve going that way and a curve going that way. And I did the same thing. Ran through the long way, then I held it flat and got it running through the roller sideways, and it maintained its memory enough. So anyways, that's how I did it. So she's flat enough. I might tweak on it a little bit more, and then it's time to try and weld it in without messing the car up. That's at Ospro, Andy. That's been bare metal for over a week, and it's raining out here. Everything's soaking wet, and she hasn't gotten a drop of rust on her. It's funny, when you spray that Ospro on, it freaking, even the brand new metal gets dark in spots. The old metal does too, but and then it gets this coating on it, and then it stays looking like that. So like I said, Jason runs a different product, but he gets the same results, he said. So whatever's easiest to get in the UK, I go with that. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.